record now. Got it. So where does transpiration occur? Transpiration is here. You see, those water vapor as losing around from the plant, from the leaves, from the trunk, and wherever it's out of the ground, aerial parts. Okay, mainly through stomata. Stomata is somewhere on the leaf. If you remember, stomata, they lose mainly 90 or 95% of the water. And second one, lost through the cuticle layer. You remember we have a cuticle layer on top. This can reduce water loss, but then still there's some water loss. Third one, through the lenticule. Lenticule means the hole on the trunk that you can breathe. So basically, wherever you have gas exchange, you have transpiration. 你要唞氣嘅地方就會有，水分散失㗎啦，就好似你擘大個口咁。So it's just like you breathing. When you open your mouth, you breathe, then your mouth got dry. Exactly the same. So you will lose water in the same way. Okay. So let me use animation. Animation is good. I don't need to talk a lot.
Transpiration is the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the surfaces of plants due to evaporation. It takes place in plants mainly through the stomata of the leaves.
So stomata, the hole here. The water inside evaporates and the water vapor diffuses outward. This is the main point.
The surfaces of mesophyll cell are covered with a film of water. The water evaporates into the airspace. The airspace becomes almost saturated with water vapor. The water
You can imagine this is your mouth cavity. 好似個口腔咁樣. Inside your mouth, there's a layer of water. Always, your mouth is always wet, right? These water vapor can evaporate and they form the water vapor around because they evaporate. Okay, just think about your mouth. I always open my mouth when I sleep. So when I wake up, my mouth is always dry. You can imagine this as transpiration.
Vapor concentration in the airspace is now higher than that in the atmosphere outside the leaf. Water vapor therefore diffuses through the stoma into the atmosphere. This is how transpiration takes place.
Okay. So you can see inside the plant, inside the airspace, it has a high concentration of water vapor. Concentration of water vapor. High concentration of water vapor inside. Okay, for the outside the leaf, this is a low concentration of water vapor. Low concentration of water vapor. Therefore, you will see along the concentration gradient, you can see water vapor always diffuse outward. So this is
Transpiration takes place.
Transpiration takes place. Okay, Sophia. Yes, I just finished typing the. Right, good. Okay, so that's easy. Process of transpiration, way too easy. We just mentioned the first 3 points. How you lose water. Okay, first 3 points, how you lose water. But then for the next part, when you cannot allow this water film to dry up, right? I expect you don't want this water film to dry up. 你唔想佢乾咗嘅。So always you have to replenish， 補充翻啲水分。You have to replenish the water so that you create something called transpiration pool. Transpiration pool. How is it formed? How is it formed? When the here. Mesophyll cells lose water, the water potential. Let me highlight the cell. This cell, or this cell, they will lose water, so their water potential decrease. Their water potential decrease. So to replenish these water, the neighboring cells have some water. They move to the cells circled in blue. Move to the cell circled in blue by osmosis. They will get into the cell by osmosis. So eventually water moves out of the xylem vessel by osmosis. Okay, so you draw some water from xylem vessel. So basically, water move from one cell to another cell simply by osmosis due to the gradient of water potential. Okay, do you see the term called water potential gradient? Okay, water potential gradient. That means let me use word. Okay. The cell labeled as A, cell label as B, cell label as C, C, cell label as xylem, X. Okay, so water potential, in terms of water potential, we have X has a greater water potential than C, than B, than A. So we call this a water potential gradient. Water potential gradient. You get my point? That's why water will flow out to this direction. This is water potential gradient. Therefore, you draw some water. You pull some water from the roots along the xylem vessel to upward. There's an upward force to pull the water along the xylem vessel from the roots. Okay, 2 points, significant, 3 points. Transpiration pull, you help to transport water. Okay, transport of water. Not just water, you also help with the transport of minerals. Okay, helps facilitate the absorption of water in the roots. 幫個植物吸水嘅。Third one, just like human. During sweating, evaporation of water helps to take away heat from human skin. During sweating, evaporation of water helps to take away heat from human skin. Same as a leaf. Same as your leaf. In your leaf, when water evaporates, they remove heat from leaves. Okay. So we call this the cooling effect. Cooling effect. Okay, same as the worksheet that I gave you before. When there's some adaptations of leaves to prevent a lot of water loss. That I always say there's structural adaptations. Remember this? Adaptive features. Adaptive features. We call this adaptive features. Point 1. Okay, terrestrial plant. On top of terrestrial plant, there's a waxy cuticle layer, so it's not permeable to water. 唔透水嘅 not permeable to water, so this layer can help to reduce water loss. Point 2. Fewer stomata on upper epidermis. This one is usually dicot leaf. Dicot 咧，我哋未教住嘅。Some leaf they are usually placed horizontally 平放打橫放嘅，咁所以咧好多時曬到嘅咧曬到都係上表皮。Usually sunshine on the upper surface. So on the upper surface there are fewer stomata. So you can reduce water loss. there's fewer stomata or even no stomata on top. Therefore, you can reduce water loss. Reduce water loss. Third point, we have a guard cell. Guard cell can control the opening or closing of your stomata. In daytime, you want to open it. Daytime, you want to open it to allow gas exchange in and out. In and out. At nighttime, you want to close it to reduce water loss. You close your mouth so that your mouth cavity wouldn't dry up. Okay, so I go through all the points I want. So I have a good year, good. Have some fun during your holiday, and I don't want to prescribe you with too much exercise. Actually, you can work on the textbook exercise by yourself. Like 44, you can work on these because I almost finished section 10.1. Okay, that's it for today. 1 hour is gone. Any problem? Any problem? If no, you can. Oh, who else? Who is here? Guyan has left. Risky is here. Parker is here. Sour is here. Okay. See you.
阿 Sir，
Hi。
我想問咧，嗰啲 silent fest 我係咪要背嘅？即係同埋嗰個咩啊？即係嗰啲嗰個即係第9課嗰啲 Vascular Bundle 有 silent 同埋嗰個咩啊
？Phloem
係咪使唔使記呢兩樣嘢咧
？OK， 我開翻俾你睇下先。Here。
因為好似冇特別
silent phloem。咁咧要記，但係點解要記咧？因為我哋喺第10課會教嘅。第10課係講緊 transport of water and minerals by xylem。呢一版係講緊 by xylem 嘅。然之後後面 transport of organic nutrients by phloem。by phloem 後面有講嘅。
但係 plant 點解好似咁少嘢背嘅？
簡單好多咧。
即係咯，就算本書都冇咁厚啊，唔知點解。
你想食多啲書，咁我出多啲卷咯。可以出得好複雜㗎。你試下就咁睇下課後啲題目，你睇唔睇得明先啦？
咁又未睇咧，唔係所有睇得明嘅。
係啊，所以背到本書同做到題目係兩回事嚟㗎。
但係即係後面嗰啲題目肯定係做到嘅，但係即係讀咗呢本書之後就一定做到啊。會唔會睇完本書都做唔到啊？
好難講，應該有少少係 overall 大家個即係個 concept 上清咗咧，就應該唔難嘅。例如譬如呢度有一題啦，你見到100% 即係 very saturated 啦，跟住慢慢會 diffuse 出去啦。咁有啲係真係冇教到嘅，我記得嗱，譬如 the cell wall of guard cell has uneven thickness。原來咧 個 cell wall，呢個夾 cell 嘅 cell wall 中間咧係厚啲，出面係薄啲嘅，導致佢當我哋要開合個夾 cell 嗰陣咧，我哋唔係肌肉啊嘛，唔係人嘅肌肉嚟噶嘛，所以咧佢哋會透過改變呢個 cell 嘅 water potential，令佢會 turgid 或者 flaccid，即係會脹起咗。如果脹起咗咧，就會閂埋咗個細胞，閂埋咗個stomata。
哦
咁呢啲未必有教㗎，其實。
OK。
做題目係另一種 effort 嚟㗎，唔係齋啃書嘅。
但我想問第17條 MC 嗰條，即係捉功課嗰啲。
Okay.
嗰幅圖嘅係點啊？第17。
呢個唔係呢個嚟㗎。
係。佢依個係點啊？好似唔係幾明佢睇做緊啲咩啊？
Which of the labeled arrows in the diagram show the direction of oxygen diffusion between the plant and the surrounding at midnight? 我想講
佢依個係咩嚟啊？
下面係 root， 上面係 leaf。OK。
上面嗰個 leaf。
At midnight 咧，大家需要 uptake oxygen 定係 release oxygen？
哦，咪uptake oxygen 啦。
Take in oxygen 係 uptake 係個 noun 嚟嘅 ，take in 先係個 verb。Smaller word.
Take in oxygen 係咯。
Need to take in oxygen. So oxygen will diffuse in. Oxygen will diffuse in. So 2 and 3. 55%。
喂，佢 free 係點啊？即係由啲 root 度，佢3嗰個係咪即係由啲 root 去 absorb 啲 oxygen 啊
？Oxygen 會 diffuse 入去啲 root cell 度。
即係佢呢個其實最主要係問，即係可以話係問 oxygen 喺邊度，喺即係點樣入去個 plant 咁樣。
係啦，點樣入去每一粒 plant cell 度？
哦，原來係咁。
So you can refer to page 12。係啦，就係咁。
睇佢咪做21題啊功課？
係啊，難㗎後面。
但係佢20條有一題要畫條線，點畫啊？喺個 graph 度嗰個。
你自己試下畫翻個圖出嚟，你再幫我加多筆咯。即係你用原子筆，跟住畫翻原本個圖出嚟，跟住你再用另一隻顏色嘅筆，就代表我新加一筆咁樣咧。
佢20A 嗰條係咪？佢話 no net gas exchange。咁係咪即係喺7同埋19啊？唔係10嗰個係咩啊？18啊？嗰個位。
點解啊？
因為佢 take in oxygen 同咩啊？同佢呢個係咩？睇下先 ，production 會睇下先。即係佢個 photosynthetic rate 同埋 respiration rate 都一樣咯，應該。
冇錯，好清楚。
嗰個咩 compensation point 啊嘛？
係啦。
我記得。
respiration rate。跟住咧 CO2 production rate 就等於我上面寫錯啦。So synthesis rate 咁咯。
佢 C 嗰條究竟問緊咩啊？20C。
20C 咧？
我唔明佢個 line 又 show 個usually greater than。
你記唔記得我喺書嘅第19版？
哦，即係你係話佢呢個係咪又係要講翻嗰個咩有個 surplus
production
food amount
冇
surplus
錯。
food amount 咁樣就，但係佢要 explain。
或者你其實唔一定講個 surplus 嘅 food amount，你可以話有另一個講法叫做 net production of food。同時一個 net 字即係話整出嚟嘅減咗洗咗嘅。production minus consumption。
OK。
你可以講話哦 ，so there's a net production of food，或者 there's a net surplus of food。surplus 而家有 net 嘅意思啦，咁所以咧就話呢啲 food 可以攞嚟做乜嘢咯？你首先要
for
講到
plant growth 啊嘛，可以。
你首先要講到呢個 oxygen production rate 就係 food production rate，而 CO2 production rate 就係 food consumption rate。
哦，即係要講明佢兩個。OK。
by 乜嘢 process 要講齊晒。咁所以 area under 咧就係講緊 total 做咗幾多 photosynthesis 同埋 total 做咗幾多 respiration， 就等於 total produce 咗幾多 food 同埋 total consume 咗幾多 food。咁你再兩者相減咧，就應該係得出係 production 多啲嘅。如果你 production 嘅 food 多啲咧，就可以有個 healthy growth 啦。你睇翻個 hint 啦，hint Q20。
OK。
就咁。
但係廿一題佢咁多分嘅，要答幾多樣嘢究竟？
嗱，通常 DSE essay 咧，11分當中會有當中有3分咧就係 communication mark 嚟嘅，即係話譬如你有啲將啲 point 有系統咁樣分類，你 categorize 咗佢，譬如睇先，我睇下問咩先。第一類就係話 structural adaptations，咁你要講佢哋共通嘅特點啦，例如咩 large surface area 啊，有 water film 啊嗰扎嘢啦，你將兩課 cross over 咗讀咗佢先，跟住咧就問下點解human 嘅 breathing system 更犀利，咁你要分類啦，你要講到first of all 或者有啲 heading 咧 first of all 啊 on the contrary 啊 by
即係
contrast
分段寫
嗱分段分類，跟住同埋如果兩者有個
係咪
contrast 嘅 point 你就要識。
即係逐樣 point 去相似嘅點去比較咁樣，係咪即係？
你講 both air sac and 呢個嘅 air space。both air sac in lung and air space in leaf，
即係
有啲乜嘢？
就要比較佢哋點解？但係佢又話點解 human 係 more effective 又即係點啊？
你第一部分講佢哋兩者點解都有啲 common principle
點解
嘅。
相似？OK。
相似點樣相似地幫到 gas exchange？How are they
OK。
structurally similar to help with gas exchange？ 跟住但係講晒啦，講晒兩者共通之處啦，你就要講下human 嘅 breathing system 有啲咩咁叻咧？咁你自己你用嘅你嘅天才咧，你就搞掂佢啦。我唔提你住。
有咩咁叻啊？複雜好多，我哋知道，因為
有啲咩複雜啊？
Plants 咁快就讀完啦，真係成本嘢。
係啊，可以好快啊，唔使拖咁耐。其實啲嘢講10次都係咁噶啦，你自己睇得明啦。
係咯，講嚟講去都係嗰啲部分都係呢個結構都係咁嘅喎，永遠都係。
係啊。咁只不過前面即係連住讀幾課都係 human，咁你就會即係融會貫通啲啫咁咯。由個 digestion 有個 nutrient 到 digestion 跟住就知道有埋 oxygen， 跟住就去到個circulatory system， 即係講啲血，原來運用晒呢扎嘢嘅。咁 plant 係真係簡單啲啊嘛，所以佢咪話 plant 冇咁 effective 咯。
但係睇下先，但係需唔需要講埋嗰啲 vascular bundle、xylem 同埋咩啊？嗰個字又唔記得點讀添。
xylem 同 phloem。
因為即係佢就係好似等於 capillary 咁啊嘛，等於 human 嘅。但係呢點又，但係佢即係咯，佢好似又唔關佢個咩啊 gas exchange 事咯。但係喺 human 就會咩啊？因為 rapidly transport the oxygen away to keep a steep concentration gradient for diffusion。
呢個係主動啲咯。
即係就要講 leaf 嘅 xylem 同 phloem 做唔到呢啲啊？即係點啊？
係啦。
OK。
同埋嗰啲咧就唔係講 gas exchange，xylem phloem 唔係負責運氣噶嘛。
OK。
仲有 human 嘅 breathing system 有個 cell 係負責 carry oxygen。
係啊 red cell。
跟住仲有就係佢哋嘅 human 嘅 cell 咧，有啲 enzyme 幫手 convert oxygen 同carbon dioxide into something else more transportable instead of just diffusing water。
使唔使講咩 enzyme 啊？
你就咁，我本書都冇講咩 enzyme 啊，我話有 enzyme 幫手啫嘛。
OK。
係啊。就係咁啦。係，我收工啦，可以。
我仲有最後一題，嗰個15題咧，幅圖我好似唔係幾睇得明咯。佢應該第二應該係咪指緊個？我唔明喎，我有啲睇到有啲眼花喎。我唔係咯。睇下先，一應該係 upper epidermis， 跟住4係個唔係喎，等住4係好似 gas cell 嚟嘅4係。咁2係唔通2係？我諗緊嘅係 airspace 嘅 spongy mesophyll 咯。
2喎。
即係
2係嗰條 vascular bundle 嚟嘅喎。
嚇？又係嗰條嚟啊？
係啊。
乜係咁嘅咩？咁奇怪嘅？
係啊。
佢唔係淨係兩條血管咁嘅嘢嘅咩？
佢唔係一條管，係一堆細胞，係一堆細胞堆出嚟㗎。
但係亦都可以分辨出邊條係打邊條。即係
呢度就分唔到
xylem phloem
啦。你稍後就會學到嘅。我睇下本書有冇寫先。xylem phloem。
咁3係 spongy mesophyll 啊嘛。
3係啊。
但係佢點睇啲 airspace 嘅？其實呢幅圖係咪白色嘅地方？
你睇下第10課26頁啦，有寫嘅。
你有呢幅圖之後，佢咁樣。
第10課26頁有一紮 xylem phloem嘅相，好複雜。
哇！咁恐怖嘅。
係啊，
好似冇個分別喎，喺個 lift 嗰度。
都幾難睇㗎，但係你會知道哦，一係epithelial cell，四係 gut cell，二係vascular
vascular
bundle，三咧
bundle
就係 spongy mesophyll。咁所以佢問你 ，there's a gas released by the leaf when it is placed in darkness。咁由邊個 labeled cell？
應該淨係得睇下先。Green darkness 即係 respiration，就係
係啦，respiration。邊個 cell 會 carry out respiration？
我等我諗下先。我應該肯定係 spongy mesophyll 有關啊，同埋 gut cell 有關。但係 upper epidermis 睇下先，我都唔肯定 upper epidermis 應該佢
有
好似
啲
唔係唔關事嘅喎。
upper epidermis 係 living cell，living cell 就要做 respiration 㗎啦。咁唯獨係二嘅啫，二咧
好似睇唔到。
二係 xylem vessel，xylem vessel 咧根據10課31版 Ch.10 page 31。
因為佢講個睇下先，
xylem vessel 係 dead cells。
佢就係講個 epidermis 係嚟 protect 個 inner layers of cell 啊嘛。
冇話佢係死㗎，唯獨
跟
dead
住
cell
vascular
先至做唔
bundle
到
好似又唔關事，
respiration。
但係係咯。
你睇下我寫咗啲咩先。Number 2, silent vessel. Silent vessel are made of dead cells which cannot carry out
但
respiration.
係 upper epidermis 係即係點啊？我想問。
Upper epidermis 係一個
即係好似最唔知道佢嘅功能或
living
者
cells
係咯。
living upper epidermal cells are living cells that has to perform respiration. No.
Right.